If mom tells you to hug me, don't do it. I hate lies and blah blah blah. And she's like, what I'm gonna tell you is the truth. I love you, Maya. I found like a sketch drawing from me and my 8th grade boyfriend, and it was the cutest thing ever.
Take a sip, you gon' trip. I'm like a cup of shroom.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be talking about minimalism, decluttering your room and making it a more cleaner, fresher and decluttered space. I did want to take advantage of this time that we have right now in quarantine to literally go through every single item in my room, which is a lot, and select, declutter, sell, donate, make my room to feel more like my current self. I didn't film the whole process because honestly I was lazy and it would take a lot of footage on my SD card and I didn't thought it was important enough, which I probably was a mistake, but let's just not talk about that. I did stick with a lot of things. I love fashion, so I have a lot of clothes. I love books, but I did manage to find a lot of things that didn't bring me joy anymore or that had no reason to stay in my room, like my childhood books, a lot of clothes that I had in my wardrobe, whether because my mom thought they were pretty or because I didn't have the courage to take off even though I hadn't worn that in like a million years. So basically I'm gonna divide this video into 3 parts. The first one where I tell you what inspired me and who I think you should follow and what I think you should see, and then I'm gonna go into what steps and tips I have for this process, and then I'm going to be going through some of my old memories. I found like a sketch drawing from me and my 8th grade boyfriend and it was the cutest thing ever. So I'm gonna go through those memories with you and also show you some of the clips that I took while I was decluttering my room. So without further ado, let's just go. So just to give you some context, minimalism is a tool that can help you find freedom from overwhelm, guilt, from the trappings of the consumer culture we've built our lives around. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with owning material possessions. Minimalism simply allows you to make decisions more consciously. So, when it comes to inspirations, I have 2 YouTubers, as I said. The first one being Matt Davella. He makes minimalism content. His videos are kind of cinematic and really visually appealing. I'll leave the link down below. And then the other person is a girl. Her channel is called Lavender. I haven't seen her content lately. She talked a lot about decluttering, so I went back to her to have some basic knowledge. And then I saw a documentary on Netflix about minimalism that is literally called Minimalism. Now for all of my friends that are questioning themselves, wait, Maya has Netflix? Yes, I was a 70-year-old in 2020 that didn't have Netflix until now. So I had that documentary and it wasn't like a mind-blowing, super informative documentary, I would say. It didn't brought a lot of new knowledge into my life. It basically shared the story of 2 guys and their journey to minimalism and people just detaching to a lot of things and having a more free and clean life. I do recommend it. I'm just saying that at least for me it wasn't eye-opening because I already knew what I wanted and what was happening in the world. So now into the tips. Basically, Lavender talked a lot about a woman named Marie Kondo, I think. She has a book on decluttering. She also helps people. I went on the internet and searched for her method and took what I thought was good for me. So I'm just gonna read out of my phone what I have here. So the first thing that I remembered Lavender had talked about on her channel and that I wanted to get my hands on were some questions that you can ask yourself while you're selecting items in order to know if you should stick to them. And I'm gonna read you the questions. So you should ask yourself, do I love this? Do I need this? Does it help me live the life I want to live? Would I buy it for its price or even for the double? Then would it impact my daily life not to have this item? Is it the item really worth the space it's taking up in my house? Do I own a similar item that I like better? Could this item be useful / helpful to another person? So you could give it to a friend, for example. And the biggest question is, does this item bring joy?
debate cause they major petty plans acting like the moves from a PMS. Reason is my thoughts flailing like a DNS.
I think I can speak for all when I say that there are a lot of things in my room that I had that didn't bring me joy, sometimes even gave me anxiety, but I wouldn't get rid of, and that might be as stupid as a pair of jeans or a memory. So really try to fill your room with all items that just bring you joy and peace and that make you feel good. So now going into what she advises, she tells us to commit ourselves to tidying up, to imagine our ideal lifestyle while we are doing it. It doesn't make sense to have a room full of things that are in the past and that you don't want to bring to the future. Before getting rid of items, sincerely thank each item for its purpose. So being grateful for everything that you have, even if you're letting go of it. And tidying by category, not location. It took me 2 days to do this, and I did in the first day only go through the clothes. Okay, so I have a few piles now in my room. I have a pile of all of the things that I don't want to keep, so I'm either gonna donate or sell. Then I have a pile of things that I do want to keep, but in my attic for nostalgia or because I might like these PCs when I'm like older. And then I have a pile of the things that I think my sister will want, and then a pile of the things that I think my mom will want. I'm only worried about the pile that I have right here, which is the pile of things that I am indecisive whether I want or not. My wardrobe right now is really empty, which I kind of like because it just makes me feel so clean. But there are some pieces here that I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of because I might like be able to style them in different ways and really like them. I feel like there's things that have a lot of potential here, but I haven't used them. And then there's things that have potential, but I won't use them anymore. And I gotta be realistic. So let's go. In the day after, I went through like location and I just took everything out of my drawer. And she also advises us to tackle these 5 categories in this order: so clothes, books, papers, miscellaneous items, and sentimental items. You can do this if you want. Again, I did the clothes and then I did everything else kind of in the order that would appear to me. But I think I did a good job. I got rid of a few pounds of things, and I was able to take out of my room 2 white shelves that I had that each had 4 squares inside. It wasn't perfect. I still have a lot of things in my room, but I'm pretty happy and fulfilled with the result that I got. I really hope I'm focused. I had like 2 big bins filled of papers and memories, and I was able to put everything basically into here, which is really good. And I just didn't want to get rid of this stuff because I feel like when I'm older, and even now looking at it brings me so much joy, and I laughed so much looking at this stuff. So let's just open this box and see what I have here, what I think is more funny to show you. So we got tickets, some cute stuff from my boyfriend. This is a paper that I wrote when I dyed my hair purple, pastel purple, and it had like all of the notes and stuff. I did this at home when I was like 14, 13. So it wasn't the best, but I freaking dyed my hair like from this to pastel purple at home. So this is a autograph. Oh my god, this is so cute. This is basically, I remember there was this time when I would be really like angry at my sister. She would like tell me that she hated me, and I would be like super sad and say that my sister didn't like me. And so I found this that's basically like me writing, then my sister responding, me like writing, and then she responding. It was like basically like, hey sister, I'm writing because I don't want you to pretend that you love me anymore. Even if mom tells you to hug me, don't do it. I hate lies and blah blah blah. And she's like, what I'm gonna tell you is the truth. I love you, Maya. So much drama, oh my god. Then this was Nue. I don't know if you watch my videos, but I found this. This was basically a science project that I did with one of my best friends. And we basically had this roll of paper, and we had to make a chronology, or like a time track of the beginning of Earth and life until now, and like all of the bacteria and stuff. And I remember, I have this clear memory of me in my dad's office with Noé, and we were watching the documentary, taking notes, eating bowls of chocolate cereal. Great times. I miss you so much. I'm getting goosebumps just to think about it. Well, then I found this that I don't remember doing at all, but I basically had this like white post-it notes, and I guess I just wrote in this every day like it was a diary, and I found a bunch of them, so I collected just like 10, I think. And it was basically me speaking about my day. I think I was like 8, and I talked about like how my goldfish had died in here, then me picking music to make my ballet choreographies, me seeing dolphins in the beach. Then I found, I'm such a nerd, I found my library cards. Basically, when I was in primary school, we had these cards that would unfold. Each line is a book. This is so funny. I would read so many books. I'm proud of myself. Then this is a pack of pretzel M&Ms that I bought while I was in the US. Then this is like a love ticket from Valentine's Day that says, do you think that a love poem is cheesy? Yes or no? And then there was the number of the locker. And this was like in 9th, 8th grade, I remember. And I was really stupid to this boy. Like to this day, I don't know why I was such a bitch, because I don't remember being like that in any other circumstance in my life. But actually, like last year, I kind of talked to him at a party and I apologized. Then this was like a little post-it from me when I was rehearsing how I would sign the socks for my first giveaway on YouTube. I have a letter, a list of my dreams when I was like 10. So my dreams were, I dreamed that, or like my wishes, I wish that there wouldn't be any diseases, that there wouldn't be terrorists, that would be peace in the world, that me and my family would be alive until each one of us is 100 years old. It's kind of got emotional right here. Okay, gonna quit that. I had this girl in my class in like middle school that drawed really well, and I found a sketch of me with my 8th grade boyfriend that said, all that I want is to make you smile. This is so cute. And then she made like one of me and my best friend at the time. My heart was so full of seeing this stuff. Then I also found this. This was basically my MP3 player, like for those 12-year-olds of like the current times. You have iPhones. I had an Hello Kitty, okay? Then I had this bracelets. Comment down below if you remember making these bracelets. This is a jar where I put my teeth. I'm creepy. This was some stuff that I would put on my pencils. This was my CD player when I was like 8 years old. I would listen to my music right here and put it on CDs. Then this was a notebook that I had in primary school, and basically my goal in primary school was to fill that notebook with a story that I was writing, and I think I wrote like 70% of those pages. It's like sometimes you forget that you had a past and that you had other people in your life. I heard this phrase the other day that was like, people either come for a season, a reason, or a lesson. Those 3 reasons kind of combine together, so everyone that comes here for a reason is here for a season, and it's to teach you a lesson. So yeah, I really hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!